Hello, how are you? Thank you for clicking on this video. There's a few things I want to go over today. Firstly, vote day! I was so happy that today was vote day. I jumped out of bed, ran downstairs, made myself a nice cup of tea, had a bacon sandwich, and skipped my happy ass all the way down to the polling station to cast my vote. I was so excited by the situation, I even wore my Christmas jumper. Must have looked a right pillock. Who cares about that? Tonight, we are hoping to go live with the local election results as they happen. This stream won't be the most interesting stream, as it will be a long stream that you can click on and watch the local elections in real time. Of course, you could watch this anywhere, but if you're watching this video and you'd like to support, please leave a like and a sub. And when the stream goes live, watch it from here. I really would appreciate it. And lastly, I'd like to talk about Wesley. I've seen a lot of Wesley's content as he goes up and down the nation, reporting on things in a very neutral stance. He has always come across as a very placid, non-aggressive individual. Whenever I saw him at events, he was always super friendly, never took a side, and always made time to reach out to people and hear their views. Unfortunately, last week he was in France covering a protest about workers' rights where he was attacked by people from the Antifa group. I honestly think that Wesley's time covering the so-called far right and the events that he went to may had led him to a false sense of security, as when he walks through right-wing event saying that he's neutral, no one minds. But unfortunately, when it comes to the far left, they will not grace you with the same level of respect. If you are not with them, you are against them. They will attack you and they will hurt you. Wesley made the mistake of walking from one place to another alone. So we're just going to watch a small clip of him explaining his experience and what happened.
So last week, Friday, 1st of May, I was attacked in Paris at a protest. I've ended up with a fractured orbital bone, nose, I can hardly open my left eye, and I can't remember much due to concussion. They also took my camera and my mic, so I'm filming this on my phone. I didn't really want to have to make this kind of video, but I feel like I have to, just to set the story straight and just to avoid any future speculation. So I went to the Paris May Day protest last year. This year wasn't going to be any different, and having been to it before, I kind of knew what to expect. It's basically just a Workers' Day protest where a lot of left-leaning people come out. You do get some different groups that come along with it, such as Antifa, anarchists, and they all just march together as one. I don't remember much of what happened that day, but I'm going to piece it back together based on videos and pictures I've been sent by other people that were there. But from what I do remember is that I had lunch around 1 at a restaurant that was pretty much in the center of where the protest was taking place. And at the beginning, it was really calm. I met up with some of the UK guys that were over there, as well as a French journalist who I knew locally, who was also going to help me out on the day. The most I remember is I ordered like a cheeseburger, and that was pretty good. And then after that, we walked off to, well, me and the French guy walked off to go interview some people. At that point, it's very similar to last year, calm atmosphere, almost like a festival. Then after that, my mind has gone completely blank, so I've gone off videos that have been sent. So you'll see in the videos, later on it gets more tense. The police and the protesters are a lot closer, they're getting a bit more confrontational. But you can see from the videos, I'm just at the front, on the fringes, as I usually am, just kind of minding my own business, talking to the camera, probably did a couple of interviews as well. But in general, I'm pretty safe. There were obviously some heated moments with the police. I know there's one clip where one of the protesters literally passes out and gets taken out by the police. Overall, it didn't seem like the police in general were overly violent to the protesters. Even some of the worst clips I found, it doesn't look like the police would have done anything to hit protesters, nor would I get myself in that position to have a fight with the police. It's not really my intention at all. I'm always there just to film, ask questions. I don't try to create the story. I let it happen around me and just document it. I don't try to manipulate it or, cause any trouble in any way just for the video. That's never my intentions. It's just to show you guys what's happening on the grounds. So
Yeah, what he's saying there is 100% true. I mean, you can see him, he's just wearing a t-shirt, he's got no gear, he's not covering up his face. And I 100% believe him. He doesn't create stories. He just observes and reports back. The reason he was attacked wasn't because of anything that he had done that day. It was because an organization disliked his reporting previous to this. But the fact remains, he just reports on what he sees and what he comes across. He isn't out here spinning narratives or making up stories. He's just observing.
the most crucial part of the protest is where it ends. It's basically a roundabout called Place de la Nation, however you say it in French. But it's basically just this roundabout where the police will eventually kettle most of the protesters. A lot of them will just hang around. But you can see from the videos that I've gotten that I'm pretty safe. Similar to the previous videos where I know what I'm doing and I look completely fine.
How are you feeling, Mr. Winters?
Fucking crazy, guys. We're in the cyclone.
Oh, it's a whirlwind of like running around everywhere, isn't it?
The police do eventually come in and start to throw tear gas, is what I saw from other videos. And this is where I do begin to put on my gas mask, and I have my goggles as well, which probably would have come in handy if I still had them on, if I got struck at all. But it must have calmed down later on that I felt the need to take them off. But as you can tell, I'm not going in there completely, without any care in the world. I do take precaution when needed, and you see it from this clip.
Yeah, I'm sploosh. Yeah, good. You can't talk with this fucking mask on, innit? I had it on. Fucking pain.
Yeah, I'll just bring the microphone a bit closer to my mouth. It seems to be okay. Big up Wes. Wes has gone goggles. Mate, I've just had to put my glasses on, didn't I?
So as the police come in, they start to disperse people. It's important to note at this point, I get a text from the French friend who I was with at the beginning of the video. He texted me saying that Antifa had gone up to him and asked him personally, is that Wesley, the YouTube guy? I'm not too sure what his response was, but at this point, my phone's in my bag, so I don't even see the text message or couldn't even open it. I'm too busy filming. But as the police are coming in and pushing people more to the center of the roundabout, I believe this is where I get attacked, and this is the last time I'm filmed on camera. So they obviously got me whilst I was alone, and it seems like a calculated and planned attack.
I want this to be a stark warning for others. Generally, when we come across these Antifa people, they're incredibly cowardly, and the chances they'll do something are very slim. But there's a group of them. If they've got their eye on you, and if you are on your own, they are opportunists. These are not nice people. They are vile, nasty people that belong to a vile, nasty organization. They're in a cult. They're not just there because they have an opinion. They are there because they despise the right. I think it would be hard for anyone to put an exact figure on how much funding or power communist movement have, but it's probably more than we can imagine. It is a shame that this happened to Wesley. I like the guy, but I've got to be clear, he is a very placid man, and he is not very aggressive. He walked across that road, not watching his left and right. I advise anyone that goes to any event to keep your head on a swivel and always keep someone by your side. And if you get put in a situation like this, if you can run, run. And if your only option is to defend yourself, defend yourself. These people are nasty. If they get the opportunity to hurt you, they will. Wesley's injuries are serious. This is not a bruise. The orbiter around his eye is cracked. His nose is broken and his cheekbone has been relocated. He's going to need surgery to fix these things. And if he's lucky, there's no permanent damage to his left eye. If he's lucky.
Again, I don't remember any of this. The next thing I do remember is just waking up in hospital the next day, just asking people where am I, what has happened. At this point, I've just got, my whole face is just completely destroyed. Obviously, I've had stitches, and I'm just completely delirious and just out of it. Can't even open my eye, look at the state of it. Got hit on the back of the head, I think, as well. Eyes are swollen. This has been stitched up. Fractured cheekbone or something. So I spent the Friday in hospital. I got discharged the next day. At this point, they've done CT scans. They've shown that I've got a fractured eye, fractured nose, but they couldn't operate or anything because the swelling was so big. It's still swollen now. So since I've come back to the UK as well, I've been in and out of hospital. I've seen the doctor. They're going to do further scans, and I'm expected to do surgery on my face because if you actually look, this side of my face, I guess the cheek is quite high and pointy, but here is quite flat. So what I've been told is the surgeon's going to have to dig into my cheek and basically lift up my cheekbone to get it, I don't know, back to normal and symmetrical. So I'm just waiting on that. But if I just go back to what happened in France, after being discharged, we did report it to the police. At that time, we did see also a police doctor who analysed the attack. This is a doctor who specialises in crimes, I guess. And they basically concluded that it wasn't a brick or anything. Someone had probably put a knuckle dusters on their hands or something and smacked me. That's why it bled so much, is why it's also had the impact it's had. I've also got, you know, marks on my head as well. So I've been hit multiple times, probably by more than one person. They probably just ganged up on me. And this isn't the first time Antifa in France have attacked someone. If you've followed the news, Quentin died by the hands of Antifa in Lyon. This was back in February time, as he was a bodyguard for a women's activist group. This is how violent they can be in Europe, and especially in France. I know in the UK, you see my videos, you see people masked up and they're so-called Antifa, but they're way more militant here in Europe. So as you can imagine, this is what these groups are capable of. Who knows how much damage they actually want to inflict on me? It could have been a lot worse. I could have been blinded. I could have potentially died. Who knows if there wasn't more people there? But this is what these groups are capable of. You know, the attack on independent journalism, freedom of speech is evident, and groups like Antifa are ones who want to suppress it, and they'll happily kill you just so your message or the media doesn't go out there to the wider public. And I want to make it very clear, even though I document protests, I speak with both sides as and when I can. Some of my videos will be more right-leaning, some are more left-leaning. It honestly just depends on what happens on the day and who I speak to. I don't try to manipulate it to make it look one way or another. The camera cannot lie. This video journalism, this YouTube stuff, will it all be packed in? And definitely not. If anything, this has motivated me even more to go out there, expose how radical some people are, and also just show you guys what is happening on the ground. This is the risk I'm taking. At this point, it nearly cost me my life. Who knows how bad it could have gotten. But if you do want to support me, you can head over to wesleywinter.com. This is where I'll be having my exclusive content behind the scenes and post the stuff that can't make it on YouTube. I'll probably give further updates on there as well. So if you want to be part of the community of like-minded people, head over there and yeah, send your best wishes. But honestly, I thank you all for supporting the channel. I can't even believe I'm where I'm at the moment, and it's been over just 2 years now. I didn't expect to even have this level of I don't know what you call it, subscribers and views. I didn't think you guys would, I know, I'd be in this position that I'm at, but it comes with a risk. There's a target on your back, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing.
Good on him. I might have used the wrong word earlier when I called him placid, because even though he's not a physical individual, he doesn't take any sides, there's clearly a lot of fight in him. I'm glad that he's going to be deterred. He's going to continue. I like his work. I like him. I hope he makes a speedy recovery, and I look forward to seeing some more of his content in the future. Thank you guys for watching the video.
Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed my video, a like, follow, subscription and a share would be greatly appreciated and encourage me to make more.